Hey everyone, this is Rocky and thanks for clicking on my video. This is going to be a review of episode 5 of season 2 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm going to jump right into what I liked about this episode. I really enjoyed the moments between Coulson and Rayna, as any scene where those two are together is pretty much going to be just an amazing scene. They play off each other very well. In these scenes we see Rayna's vulnerability, as she really has no place to go at this point, and she's trying to work every angle she possibly can. In this case, she's trying to work the Simmons angle and use her against Coulson to try and get Skye, for Skye's father, really for herself, because she's just trying to get out of this situation. We see why Coulson is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, he's being blackmailed essentially, but he doesn't give into it because he has a backup plan. That backup plan to save Simmons is in the form of Agent Bobbi Morse, also known as Mockingbird in the comics. She's basically placed herself as part of Hydra's security force, which allowed her some access to their information, but not all, which we learn is why Simmons was brought in to work the Hydra angle as well, to get kind of their technical information, which was able to be recovered through Simmons' hard drive by Bobbi. We also learned that Bobbi is the ex that Hunter has been going on and on about in previous episodes. So I love how they're developing these connections between the characters and just building story upon story. It's a very Whedon thing, so you can definitely see his hand in this. Or in this case, I believe his son is one of the producers of the show. So we get a lot of building of characters in this. With Bobbi connected to Hunter, she gets brought in to the team now. So now we have another, strong female presence on the team. We get a lot of information about Skye. She's been looking for her father, and she has a brief, talk with Ward, and he's trying to tell her, but she doesn't believe him, especially when he brings up that the information is from Rayna. Rayna had a, history of lying to, get what she needed. In this case, turned out Ward was kind of telling the truth. So we get some more Skye Ward scenes, and we get a lot more of Kyle MacLachlan as Skye's father, and you can see, Kyle MacLachlan is a great actor. I pretty much love about anything that he's in, except Striptease. Not that great of a movie, but, I'll forgive him for that. In this episode, you see he's basically a bottle of rage. He's trying to keep himself composed, but he gives into this rage. Now, is this some indication that, he's not human? Well, that's kind of been given throughout the series, is that they've been stating, Skye herself isn't exactly human. So what exactly is her father, we don't know yet, but it seems that when he gives into anger, he may reveal what he actually is. So that's why he's always trying to keep himself composed and calm. You definitely see that by the end of this episode, where he confronts Hydra, Daniel Whitehall, with the obelisk, and basically states that, he wants to work with Hydra to take out Coulson. Because at this point he sees Coulson as a threat, because Skye's kind of turning to Coulson as a father figure. So he feels threatened by this, because he wants his daughter, but at this point she only sees him as a monster. So some really great scenes there with Kyle MacLachlan, as well as Skye and Coulson towards the end. Within this episode we get a couple big reveals. One of them being that when Skye is actually able to see the full image of what Coulson has been etching into the wall, she makes the jump that it's a map. Now, that's kind of a leap of logic, because she's been looking over all this information, but perhaps seeing it all in one place at one time is what connected it in her mind. I don't know, maybe it's some part of regressed memory that sprung to mind when she saw everything. We don't know yet, because at this point she's just stated it's a map. So we'll have to see what happens in the subsequent episodes. The second big reveal that we get is that the obelisk itself is not the actual name of the item. Skye's father refers to it as a diviner. So we'll have to see how they play off that, but a diviner or could be looked at as something meant to guide someone somewhere. So the obelisk or the diviner would be connected to the map. More than likely you need both to be able to, find whatever it leads to. So we get some more information on the obelisk as well as the writing. So hopefully they'll build on that in the next episode, but, knowing Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D, they may give us a couple episodes before they go back to it. So what I really liked about this episode is that S.H.I.E.L.D finally gets a one-up on Hydra. A little bit of a victory, because at this point Hydra has to basically, tear apart their building, or not tear apart, but break it down, get everything out, vacate it, because at this point, they don't know how much information S.H.I.E.L.D got. So it's a minor victory that S.H.I.E.L.D definitely needed. And like I said, it does give us another character on the show. Very strong female character, which is good to see on television these days. So I really enjoyed this episode. Wasn't really anything I didn't like about the episode. It was pretty solid. Pacing was good, story was good, acting was great. This is probably my favorite episode of the season so far. So I'm loving the direction that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D is going. They're building their own, mythos within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm just excited to see where some of this is going to connect into the movies as well. Because in the comics, Mockingbird actually is married to Hawkeye for a short time. And there's been a lot of talk about some of the, Avenger characters coming on to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., be it Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, or Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye character. So this gives us a possible springboard to bring Hawkeye in at a later time as, build the relationship between those two. No, it's a very exciting time right now, definitely for comic book fans with all these shows. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., continues to deliver on, great writing, great acting. So I'm very excited to see where the rest of the season is going to go. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think about this episode? Are you guys excited to see where things are going to lead? What do you guys think about the obelisk being the diviner and what that may mean? We definitely want to have some conversations with you guys about that. So anything you want to talk about, anything you want to ask about this episode, definitely put in the comments. We'll have some great discussions. If you like my video, I definitely would ask that you go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share the video with anyone you think might be interested. And I would greatly appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll add an annotation above for that. That being said, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.